Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott, and I have made, I've kind of put together 4 pages. I haven't started hearing them yet, but in the last video I put together 4 pages with this Jenni Bowlin kit, and I just kind of put the pages together so I know sort of where everything's going to go, and then I put them actually back into the pizza box that that the kit came with. So these are like the bases, like kind of, I pulled out all the embellishments, or not all of them, but a lot of them, to just kind of like put that together to kind of see where I'm going with using up the kit. And in the other video, I started cutting into the papers, which I think is really important. If you get a kit, you're like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know. I think it's important to just start going. So this is what I'm left with, and I just want to show you kind of where I'm going to go with putting together the rest of the items. So I created little themed, a couple little theme packs of embellishments, and I just want to pair those up with like a cardstock background. And I'm probably not going to find the photos right now, but we'll see if we can. I've got a photo for one of them, but not all of them. So I'm thinking for these little bits, let's just start with this first one about fall. So I live in Florida, but I grew up in Maine and Massachusetts. So I grew up having fall, but I don't really have fall here. But this is a picture of my family's, we called it downriver. But it was actually on the border of Canada, so there was nothing down about it. But that's Downeasters for you. So I grabbed some of the cut-aparts, and I think that these could make the basis of a page. And let's see what else. I'm gonna do the titles last, so I'm not gonna add these at this point. Let's see what else I've got going on up here that maybe could work. Okay, so in the last one I kind of mentioned how I might use some of this packaging. So just because there's a lot of little bits here, I'm just going to put these back into the pack because I don't want the little bits to go away. I don't want to lose them. I've cut apart some of these puffy stickers, and I just want them to stay. I don't want to break them up yet. So, and I'm thinking that these might be really cute to use as like those acorns, to use as like bullet points. I don't really have it. I thought I had some more of those, but maybe I don't. So I'm just going to put those into this little bag with this photo, and I don't know if I need to put the cut-aparts in the bag. I think I won't. But these little bits with the photo, right? Yeah, there we go. And so I'm going to do, like, I'm staying true to the kit, but I'm just going to pull something that's going to coordinate. So for the background of this page, like, I could easily just do just a cream colored background. Actually, that looks pretty good. And then what I could do with this is maybe color it somehow. I could see that. You know, it'd be kind of cute is if I colored it with the blues, the kind of grayish blues on the top. Like, kind of like almost doing an art project with it. I could see that. I think that a little bit of blue on this might be good too. So I'm going to add that corrugated piece there. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just thinking about what else can I Oh, I like this. It says love, and I do love this place. And we know it's no longer in the family, so it's kind of like, oh. And this says my kind of day, which the colors, it is kind of, okay, I'm going to put 3 of these stickers in. Actually, the colors do work. Okay. And of course they work, because they came in a kit, for sure. So that's my next page. So that's my put together page. And I'm not sure exactly the composition of that one, but oops, I got somebody at the door. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. Got a lot of things to do today. It's a full day and I just got one more thing. Okay, next up. So I really love this polka dot paper, and I think it coordinates well with all this like cooking stuff. And so I think just to make a page, I'm going to need some photos, of course. I don't have those picked out yet. But I think just a piece of paper that's about this color. So again, just going to like my cardstock stash that's kind of right next to me. Just going to pick out something pretty basic. I'm just thinking about like, oh, now I have a lot of things to do. So actually I'm just going to pick out that same color cardstock. I just had that in the same place. So I don't have a photo for that. Let me just see if I can find one very quickly. So I still do the kind of library of memory system and the storage binders and everything else that Stacey Julian does, but I don't really, I've been not so great with my storage binders. So when I get photos back, and these probably aren't going to work because these are vacation photos. I need cooking photos. So I might, when I generally have like cooking photos, that's going to be usually around the holidays. So let me just see if I can find something real quick and impress you and myself at the same time. Because I don't have these pictures picked out yet. So I do have no idea what's in here. Okay, there's, yeah, this is my father-in-law. That was what... So she went out to lunch, and he has Alzheimer's, and he's 94. And I'm going to, you know what? The color in that photo, and the fact that I probably have a lot to say about them, and even though it's not about cooking, like, a lot of time I'm like, hey, what's going on? What's cooking? You know, I can, and the can it is kind of funny. So, even though I thought this page would be totally about cooking, I think maybe it could be about not cooking, like something else. I really think those pictures match. Somebody just knocked on my door, and he's going to be my partner in crime today, which is going to make for kind of a busy day, but it'll be fine. So there's page, like, kit number 2. I think those colors work really good together. And that wasn't, I was expecting to make a page about cooking, but I'm not going to. All right, next up is going to be pumpkins. So that's like fairly specific. So I need Halloween photos. I haven't pulled Halloween photos. Let's see if I can find any real quick. So I'm just looking in the drawer kind of next to me. And I have a couple drawers in my tanker desk. And if you watch, I have some videos that show you where I'm looking. I know you can't see it right now. But with all of my videos, I really encourage you to be working as you're listening. And, oh, so funny. Okay, I have that. She's wearing, I think we're at Disney World, but she's wearing a costume. And so that's a possibility. In those photos, sometimes I'll start to make something and then not really finish, but I'm not really sure the pumpkins work, but I can totally see like the let's go on an adventure and like the foxy, just like, I don't know, not like foxy sexy, but like foxy funny, you know? And also if I then pull in you and me, and that goes with that weird green color in her dress, that I love this, and the story of the day, and I'll just add in this totally obsessed just because I've got 4 of these photos left. So I like all of that together. Let me see what else I got still over here. I don't think those really, so you and me in a tree, and it's not really, it might work. And so this is like, the story would be, you know, sometimes I take one of the kids and we go over to Disney World, and here's a little best ever. That's cute. Let's see what else I got. All right, I like all that. I know it doesn't seem, that's another like kind of an unexpected, wasn't planning on it, but I think I like it page. Now, what I'm not kind of going to right now is all of these scraps, right? I'm more focused on taking the embellishments and then getting them into a page. So now I would like to get just another kind of plainish background. This is something that I had embossed before. I could see that going together. Although I don't think that's probably the best background paper. Let me see if I can find something else. Thinking like craft cardstock would be pretty good. This is a, that's too yellow, right? Yep. But a wood grain could be cute. I also have, this is just like a, yeah, I'm thinking that's also too yellow. I think I want something that's going to be a little more brown. Let's try this. Oh, it's kind of cute. It's like a, this is from Crate Paper, and it's like a Polaroid, and I like that it isn't too, I don't think it works though. I don't think I, let me see. Let me see again. Okay. Here's another one. This is an older paper. This, oh, I think it's older. It's Kaiser Craft. I could go with that. It's got some embellishments already built into it. I could also say it's not the right thing. And I really didn't want to go too specific with any of this stuff. Let's try this one. This is just a piece of basic gray. I think that could work. Let me just maybe try one or two more things. Let's go for some wood grain and see how that looks. It might be too much wood grain. It could be cute if it was a colored wood grain. And I think I might have some pink wood grain paper. Maybe. It is possible. You know, I don't know. I just told, so my husband's cousin came over. She stays with my, she lives now with my in-laws who live next door. And she's out, she's got to go. And then also, my mother-in-law is out to lunch. And so that's a Jenni Bowlin paper. I'm going to keep that out, but I don't think that's the ticket yet. But yeah, I gotta get going. Craziness. So I might need to, I kind of like committed myself to something that I probably shouldn't have. Do you ever do that? And then you're like, what have I done? What have I gotten myself into? Okay. I kind of like that, but I don't. Okay, I really need to go. Oh, goodness. But I want to lock this down before I leave. See, this is why I always think I have more time than I do. Story of my life, people. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we actually have kind of a lot of hoo-ha today. Here's another piece of Jenni Bowlin paper that I just found. It wasn't in this, but it, okay, hurry it up there, Katie. Right? Does this work? Okay, this is a piece of paper from Studio Calico, and I don't know. It's kind of, you know, fairy tale, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it's... I always think I want to use that piece, and then I never do. I almost wonder if it's offensive, you know? Okay, here's a blue piece. Let's see about... I like that. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, so indecisive, right? Okay, one more. This is really cute on the back, but it is just a simple wood grain. And I think that does let kind of the embellishments and the picture shine a little bit. And we could probably also just get some of this stuff going. Like something like this. Probably. We'll go with that. It's a little weird. I'm not sure I'm in love with that, but that's like put together page number 3, okay? And then I love this right here. And I don't know what I want to... I know I want to find a picture of my dad and put it on with that. I know that's like a very thin beginning to a page, but it is. That's my beginning. I'm in love with this, and probably some wood grain needs to happen on there. Oh, that might be a great place for the wood grain. But I'm just going to put this to the side, and then I'm going to go and do a lot of things, and then I'll be back. Oh my gosh, I need to call people. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, scrapbookers, I'm back. I've done all my busy things, and I did pull a few more photos, and so I'll just show you some of those. I wanted to work in this little kitty theme, and one of my favorite stories that I tell my kids all the time is about when I was in kindergarten, and so this is a picture of me from kindergarten, and this is my cat Missy, and she had kittens, and I brought the kittens to school in my backpack, and yeah, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to work that in, but I think that's a funny story that I would like to tell, and I don't think I've told that on a page before. So, and what you hear in the background is the silhouette, and I've been working with that. So I'm going to put this, what do you call this thing? I know there's a word for it, a stencil. I'm going to put the stencil in with these photos, okay? And then I think what I will do is probably just get a piece of cardstock. So this is the part of the kit where I've pretty much done all of my, you know, I've used the full pages, so I'm just adding in some basic cardstock, but I'm not, you know, totally changing the nature of the kit. And then I'm going to put these little stamps in here in this little pack too. And what else could go in there? Just gonna look. And I did just, while I was on the break, I put some of those little embellishment packs that I had made before just into the packaging that came in the kit, so that I didn't lose it. So what else could I could use these library cards on this page, and that might be kind of cute, like kitten stories, and then I could put the kittens like on top. Okay, so that sounds like it's kind of working, right? So what I just want to do then for this page is this is kind of like the kit, is this will be about school. So I think the library cards work. And then let me just get a background. So this is going to be where maybe I play and the journaling is, and that will be like a placemat on the page. And then I'm not doing anything fancy with the things that I'm adding. So I'm trying to add real basic stuff. So in the back, I would say might be nice to, I have two pieces of this paper. This is a Jenni Bowlin paper. And that might be kind of cute. And I have 2 sheets of this, so I'm going to use both of them. And I know the, so I could do it like this. Like, because I'm wearing this little collared shirt. And so it really doesn't have a lot to do with this collar. But that seems kind of retro. So that seems like a good kit to me. And then the opposite side of that same sheet, so I think I got that on sale at my local scrapbook store, which is Whimsidoodle. And so when did that paper come out? Probably a couple of years ago. It's called The Shirt Off My Back. It's from 2012. And then I also thought I would use this, the Daily Flash. It was one of the items that came in the kit, to kind of like this. And then some more of those cans. And this would be about my grandmother, my Nana Ruby, and she has a little camera, and it's so cute. So that goes in with the flash aspect of it. And then these huge letters could spell her name, possibly, like, kind of like this on the page. So the page would go together, something like that, you know. I don't know. And why the clocks? I don't know why the clocks. Just because it's like time's gone by, I guess. Okay, so there's 2 more pages. So they're going to be going into my... So right now I'm just kind of putting together sort of like page kits, but I often call these like half-baked pages because they're not... Well, I have this concept of half-baked page when they're actually like a little bit, when I've tacked them all down. But now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages so far from this one kit. And I still have a few more to go. So the next thing I wanted to look at was these photos. And I really like the idea of having this strip. And maybe just adding a few of these strips in with it. And then just let's go with a very basic background again. So I pulled this. It does have a little bit to it. It's a little bit, it's not too flouncy, right? I don't know. But I just want kind of a basic background. So I'm looking through my ledgers, and I'm thinking ledger. And what I want to do on this page, so this page would be like a family history page. I do a lot of that, and where? Okay, here's a good piece of ledger paper. It even goes in with the, I don't really want this here though, but I do like the fact that it has orange, but maybe it would go over here. I kind of envisioned it starting over here though. I guess what I could do is that trick that I did before where I cut this off. Remember that? So I'm not, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting a little impatient with myself and I want to move the process along. So I will keep that in mind, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it up later. But let me just, somebody said they liked all my uhs. I say a lot. I just wanted to get like a piece of cardstock that I don't care about, like a piece of pattern paper that maybe I'm just not excited about anymore. So I'm going across the room. That's right. So these videos, I think I've described this before, but I do these very unrehearsed, and I'm just trying to find a piece of paper over here that I just don't ever envision using, or one that I have duplicates of, so I don't care too much about it. And you'd be surprised sometimes how hard that is to find, because I see the possibilities in everything. Oh, it's hard. Okay, well, I'll tell you, I got this, yeah, here's I think I found something. And so this could maybe work one of two ways. So some of these, this is a Studio Calico, what do you call it? Pardon me. I think I just burped. Yeah, see, real unrehearsed, real unedited. I hope you didn't hear that. But if you did, I apologize. I don't like the look of this. We travel, and I love the traveling, but I just don't like that paper at all. I think it's ugly. There. Right? It's not cute at all. So I'm going to just turn that over, and it'll be a white piece, and that can be the base that I kind of put my, build my page on if I'm going to do that. And then, so if I wanted to, and that was the other thing. The thing that you heard in the beginning of this, so the page is going to kind of go like, it's going to go about like this, right? Maybe I should just go ahead and start building this page up. That might be a good idea. So that way I don't forget what I was doing. So I'm going to cut, well, and before I start cutting, so I'm thinking something like this, right? But then what you heard in the beginning of this video is there's a sheet of wood veneer, so I'm going to unload that from my silhouette, and it was cutting beforehand. So I cut a big wood veneer cutout, and I looked at some different videos, and I used blade depth 8, thickness 33, and then I did double cut, and then I also put it on the setting for the cut was successful. I put it on, let me just remember what I put it on. It doesn't say anymore. But I think I used the chipboard setting. So let's see. And the thing is I didn't want to do something that used the whole space, because it really, no matter how much I kind of turned this over and pressed it down, it didn't, and my mat isn't the stickiest mat out there, but it didn't want to seem to sit down. So let me just see if I can. Okay, well that came right off. See, I told you it wasn't sticky. So I'll put this over here. And then I don't have an X-Acto knife, but some of the videos that I watched, or some of the blogs that I looked at of people that had worked with this, so they did kind of use an X-Acto knife for these the little spots that maybe didn't cut all the way through. I can see that it seems like it didn't. And I keep telling myself I'm going to put an X-Acto knife in this room, and then I need to have a little memo sheet where I can say, note to self, this is what you were going to do. Let's see if this is going to pop out. So this is really interesting material to work with. It's really neat, except that it's very delicate, so be aware that it is. But it's super cool too anyways. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen this. I have some, I have wood grain paper that looks like wood, and I have wood veneers, which I barely ever use. I know they're very trendy, but I don't know, I just never seem to. I have some, but I don't really use them. Okay, this is the problem. So that almost came off, which would be okay once I stick it down. If one of these leaves came off, I could probably fix it easily enough. So let's see. It's like live TV, people. But yeah, this one is that one's kind of come off a little bit. But I'm not too worried about that. I just want to get the wood to be, I want it so that there's no splintering, I would say. You want no splintering. Come on. Oops. Oh, I'm being impatient. It's not good. So what I'm going to do is cut this off, and then I think that will make it easier to work with. So I'm just putting it in my guillotine cutter. And, oops, it's a little longer than 12 by 12. Not much, but just a little. Hear that? And so, yeah, that does make it like a lot easier to work with. So I have a couple of leaves that are a little bit of a problem. That one, I just wrecked it a little bit. But I think I can fix it and it won't be noticeable. But what I think I want to do is get this right onto, oh, this is harder than it looks. I want to get it right onto those sticky dots that I love to use. So if you have an X-Acto knife, in the spaces maybe that didn't get cut quite as deep, that's going to be a great place to just kind of trace over it. And like I said, I did do the double cut, and for the most part, it cut it. The other thing that you might want to do is choose a shape that is less intricate. So this was a pretty intricate shape. I think a tag would be really cute, or a circle. That would also be very easy. Or, just any kind of a geometric shape. I thought about doing a word, but I really wanted to test it first. So this was my test cut. I probably should have used something more basic, but I also wanted to use just something that would just go along one, like so that I could cut it off and still use, if it worked, then I'd still have enough to work with to make something else. So what I initially thought was that I was going to do this big wreath, which was going to be so cute. But then I thought, well, if it doesn't work, then I really wrecked the whole paper. But if you have more than one sheet of this, and you can experiment a little so you feel comfortable using it, then I think that would be good. So, yeah, I just lost a leaf. Whoops. And see, but I did pretty good. Pretty good. So, oh, I like this. So I'm not sure if I want to use it on this page. I kind of do, but I don't want it to be over that piece. So some of my pages I really like to do a lot of writing, and this will be one of those pages. Let's see how it looks against this. It's okay. I would like to get a bigger contrast than that. Let's see what the other side looks like. No, that's not as good. Could also go this way. Okay. I'm real not sure. How's that? So I'm just going to leave all of these kind of on the page, and then I will put this one kind of over it just as a kind of a protector, like this, so that I won't mess with that page. And then I just need some photos, so let's just see some of the other things that I picked. Okay, I have an idea, and one is to combine this with the Thanksgiving. So that's my little Thanksgiving embellishment pack. And I did find some really old photos. I'm just going to pause so it's going to be easier to upload. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I found some funny things. So this past week, and my boyfriend from high school, this is him, took my husband and I and my daughter and a bunch of our friends to the Tom Petty concert. So that's going to be a different page. It could even be like, that looks kind of good. But let's, and then I'm thinking sequins, like sequins will be fun. But let's put that just to the side for a second. But he came to one of the Thanksgivings at my grandparents' house. I wish I didn't wear that purple sweater, but I remember thinking how cute I was. Yeah, I know. And then, so this is the big, my sister's got big hair. I still do my hair approximately like this. So this is going to be like the Thanksgiving spread. And I like that it has, I think what I can do is maybe work in on the leaves, like the people that were there. Maybe. So that's another page that's kind of like a little bit put together, but not all the way. So let's put that in here. And then what's going to happen too when I start making these pages is I'm going to come up with more scraps. So my scraps I feel like are running a little low at this point, but it's okay. It's that'll come back. So yeah. Okay, so next I would like to make a page with these, and so I'm, like I said, I'm running low. I wish that these had numbers, and they don't. And I don't really want to put our initials in big letters or anything because, you know, it's not like that. I might say that this is going to be another page, but I do like the way it looks against that blue. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. What I could also envision is cutting. Okay, maybe let's try this. Let's see if we can cut like letters, cut his name with it like a quick cuts out of the corrugated paper, and then it would just be kind of like a white background with some sequins, kind of a simple page. Let's try that. Let me go get that stuff. I'll be right back. Are you there? Okay, remember this? Yeah, I still have them. So I like this studio font. I think that's going to be the best one, and I think I just want to go with all upper cases. Checking to make sure nothing's in there. So let's just see. Oh, I could do the numbers. I love numbers, I'll tell you. So that's going to be like 1986, maybe 1984 and 1986, I think. I'm just going to do 1984 to 1988 because those are the years. Yeah, he was my boyfriend all through high school, the whole time. And so we're still friends, you know. And I haven't really had a reason to make a page about him except we just saw him. So there's, oh, it kind of smushes it, I will say. It's, when you do the press, it does smush it a little bit. That's okay. I don't mind. So I'm just going to get a piece of white cardstock for the background. And I think I will, like usually I'm apt to get, like if I just had this I would go for an 8.5 by 11. And maybe I'll just pull one of those too. So I'll have the choice. Where did they go? Have them over here in this. I have a bin. And if you're wondering about my space, I have several videos about my crafting space. Uh-oh. I hear Dad down there. I think we're all done with homework, but I don't know. So here we go. Oh, I think we're okay. Okay, so I'm going to want another one because I'm going to do 19. Let's do it over here, I guess. Oh, you know what would be funny? If I did 1980 something. You know, there's the song, 1980 something. Instead of doing like the actual years. I think that would be funny. And so long as I'm cracking myself up, right? So there's 19. And just wait, we have more. We have more 1980 somethings coming. So there's 19. I guess I could squeeze those in a little bit better. I can smush them more. So 1980. And then I think I can do something out of the same material, but I might then color it a different color. So I'm just going to go to 1980, even though it wasn't anywhere close to 1980. It was like 10 in 1980. 1980. Oh, I like that a lot. And then I might be able to write this something with this orange. 1980 something. I also like the idea of using the same font, but maybe this color. But I'm not sure I want to use these for... Could I spell something? I might be able to. Let's see. Then that would be really easy for the sticking part, right? And I have a whole bunch of these, so I'm okay with using them. Let's see. So I'm just going to go with all caps. I think this will work. Yes. And then those are going to be already sticky. I think on the right background that could be cute. I'm going to need to figure that out. But I like the two colors of blue. So S-O. And I'm afraid this is getting a little long. Yeah, this is going to work. Cute, right? I think that's pretty cute. Okay, I've impressed myself. I hope I'm impressing you. Okay, I might need to use actually another one of those. So instead of just doing all of these right now, I'm going to just cut that M. And I did get a little bit of the green in there, that's okay. So I'm going to just write something so I remember what I was trying to write. And I'm probably going to need some of the other, I'm going to need one more of these to really effectuate that. So I know it doesn't look like much, but that's the beginning of a page there. So that goes into the box right? So I feel like that's about 12 layouts, but I'm not done. I'm not done. I still have more to tell. I want to keep going. Okay, but I'm just going to put the quick cuts over here so I don't forget. All right, so what are we going to do with this other... I can do about 1980 something twice, right? So one of the things, I think I will, and I know that's like repeating a title, but who cares? It's clever, right? So I'm going to use the other part of that, and then here's a picture of me cheerleading, and then here's a picture of my sister, and then check out her big hair. But I don't think I'm going to use the pageant picture. I'm just going to use the, so we went to different high schools, but I think those are going to be the way that I incorporate, remember all the football stuff? So there's the football, and I didn't really have anything to do with the football because we don't really watch football, but that will do it. That will incorporate the football. So that's the basis of this page, and I know, again, it doesn't look like a lot, but I don't think you really need a lot to get a page together. So let me just get a background piece, and it can really be, I'm really trying to stick with not too fancy. So here's just a piece of background, a basic gray basics, and I think that works because, I don't know, wasn't there something about yard lines? So it's kind of like a grid piece of paper. So I'm gonna throw this in. Okay, so we're getting like a whole lot of scrapbooking is going to happen quickly. And then the next page that I want to get done. So what do I haven't used yet? So I haven't assigned those to anything, or the rest of these letters. And then I have these two sheets, but everything else I put in a little kit. So here, and these I'm not going to designate to any particular page. But now I just need some pictures of trick-or-treating. And I think I found some of when I was a kid. I thought I did. Oh, where'd they go? Maybe I didn't. Oh, and I was going to maybe use, first of all, do you think this is the same guy or a different guy? Like, I want to say it's two different guys. But they're both like University of Maine. So I was going to do like one page that really just incorporated like UMO, like the University of Maine, with these big kind of university looking photos. And just have those really be the scene stealer for the page. But honestly, I don't think it's the same guy. And I want to say, this is my great-grandfather Charles, and this is maybe his son, my great-uncle Willard. But I'm not sure. I need to look it up. But I do think I can kind of put these, oh, it seems like a lot to put, but I'm just going to put these with a piece of white background, so, or cardstock, and I'll figure who they are out later. So we're just gonna, there's the base. I know that seems real thin as far as starting a page, but that's the base for another page. So that will be going into the bin here. And I'm going to pause you for just a sec. Okay, I'm back. And so I'm just looking for something to pair up with these trick-or-treating pictures. And I thought I had something. I did have like raking leaves pictures. I probably should have used those. But those are not trick-or-treating pictures, so I'm not going to use them. Now, where did they go? I thought I found some. Or I thought I found some pictures of my daughter with pumpkins. Yeah, I didn't find them. I thought I did. I didn't. Let me go grab some. And I will be right back. And then we will actually, I'm going to stop the video so you can see like everything's all prepped. And then the next time we'll start on a page, and I'll make a video for each of the pages. Ambitious, right? Okay, hold on. Just wait right there for Halloween photos. Hold on. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of binders, and I don't label them with what's in them, but so I was lucky, and the first one I picked up has Halloween photos. So there's my son drinking out of a Halloween cup. I'll pull that, and then I know I saw Halloween. So this was Halloween last year. He was Finn, which is like Finn the human from Adventure Time, which is a Cartoon Network cartoon, I think. Okay, there's Christmas. We really want to stick to stick to Halloween. Oh, here's some cat pictures. So let's just pull those because we had a whole cat story. I'm just going to pull these 4 pictures, and there's the whole story. And I think I've told it before, but it might be fun to just play with those cat images. I'm looking for Halloween. Okay, he's dressed up as Darth Vader. I don't think that was actually Halloween, but I think once Halloween rolls around, they start just getting in the mood to dress up, you know? So let's just pull a few more of these Halloween photos. I didn't get all of them, but they kept jumping up and down, and they thought that was pretty funny. So I'll just pull a bunch of those, and it's going to be more than I use. It's fine. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do with this. So let's go back to where that cat. So when I pull these out, I need to be pretty careful that everything is coming up with the background page. So the background page is like the base, and then I can just pull everything up. And remember, I protected that die cut there. I'll just pull them all out so you're going to be able to count how many. And I also so here's where I had all the cats. So I'm going to stick these pictures in here because I can probably make 2 pages there. I'll need an extra, I'll just grab another one of those basic gray basics. To be the base of the other page, but there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take all of these out so you can, I'm going to put them in reverse order, because if you can remember, I know I've been rambling on for a while now, but the beginning pages have much more pattern paper, and I won't use all that pattern paper, so that can go towards the end here. And so I know I've got the embellishments, and then I'll just grab, again, just a piece of white cardstock, and that's the base of another page. It's definitely not the end of that page. So I haven't used these, I haven't designated those to any page. I haven't designated these to any particular page or the letter stickers, right? So those are just going to be like, you know, common, you know, if you live in an apartment, like that's common property there. Okay, so here's my pizza box. And what I want to do is I want to put them in now in reverse order. So I'm going to work on the Halloween one last. So there's one layout. Then I've got the 2 different cat layouts. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And then I've got the Ruby layout is 4. The Thanksgiving layout is going to be my number 5. I'm just counting in reverse order. The prom and the old boyfriend will be number 6. Then we have a page about football cheerleading. That's going to be number 7. We have the Mystery Men of the University of Maine. That could be 1 or 2 pages, but I'll just call that number 8. I think I'm counting correctly. And then, oops, here we go. If you can remember, if I can remember, because now it seems like a while ago, this one is going to be my number 9. And then the one about cooking is my number 10. I've got an autumn page is number 11. Uh-oh, this is number 12. And I don't have the photo problem. Hold on, I'll get it. Okay, so I think I remember, if I remember correctly, this is going to be page number 12. Just counting. But this is a picture of my dad that I'd never seen before, and I saw it over the summer. It kind of reminds me of this kid and about how old he is. So I want to make that into a page, but I'm going to slide this onto the bottom because I don't have any embellishments or any little bits and bobs that I can add on there. So that's going to go way underneath. I'm going to work on that later. Okay, so that was number 12. Then I've got this one with my sister and my daughter. That will be number 13. I think I'm counting correctly. Then the one of my Nana Ruby camping. I can't count and talk. I'm either at 13 or 14. I think that's 14, right? And then the sweater will be 15. And then the leaves will be 16. So 16 pages out of one kit, right? Ta-da! Wouldn't it be cute if I did the little bewitched thing and I went ding, and then I opened it up and they were all done? I could be like, check this out. Okay, let's just do that. Ding! Just kidding. Yeah, so I'm going to start working on these pages, but they will be separate videos. So come back and watch while I put all these pages together. It's going to be fun. Okay, I'll be back. Anyways, I'm Katie Scott, and I am working with the JBS, Jenni Bowlin Mercantile, JBS Mercantile, the October kit. And yeah, I'm excited. Okay, let's go. Or let's stop and then we'll go. But come back.